Hey, Mark here, and today I want to talk about dreams. And I feel it important to say that I want to talk about dreams that you may call goals in your life, like living near the beach, or having a nice red ferry, or maybe finding your significant other in your life. I want to talk about dreams that you experience when you sleep. In the future, I want to talk about the other kind of dreams, the goals. But now, just let's insist on dreams that you experience when you sleep. As I said before, I've collected a lot of information about it from some sites. I will put the source in the description, so if you want to read it yourself, then you can do it. But I collected the most interesting ones and put them together and give it a more understandable form. And I really like to talk about dreams because dreams are really affecting your life, and everybody has dreams. If someone says that he or she doesn't have a dream or didn't have any dreams in his life or her life, he/she don't remember. And the inspiration to make this video was really simple. I feel like there's a lot of things that I don't know about dreams, but dreams are simply amazing. And on the other hand, I had a dream that I don't want to tell you now. I don't want you to get bored, but we have two books. They are like this thick, and in that book that you can check the meaning of the dreams. And when I checked the meaning of my dream, it was really writing down my life and my actual situation in my life. So I think yes, when you dream, it is really affecting your life, and maybe it has a meaning that you may really want to know about. It may describe your actual worries, your actual feelings at the time, and stuff like that. When you wake up in the morning, you can do two things if we talk about dreams. The first one is you take a pen and a paper next to your bed, and when you wake up and you won't do anything, but you write down everything that you have dreamed that night. After 10 minutes or after a couple of minutes, you won't remember your dreams, but when you wake up, you remember them because it is fresh and you can write them down. And this way you can remember your dreams. The other thing you can do is if you don't move, you stay in the position that you woke up in, you can continue your dream, and you can remain in a semi-dream-like status for a few minutes, so you can continue your dreams. Oh, and did you know that all the faces that appear in your dreams are actual faces that you have seen in your life at least once? Your brain won't create any new faces, so every girl that you have met in your dream is real. You have met them in the street, or you have just took a peek on them, but you have seen her or him in your actual life. So he or she is alive. And this is not a fact, but someone told me the other day that if someone thinks about you in the evening, you can't sleep till she or he stop thinking about you, and he or she will appear in your dream. And I don't know if this is true or not, but I found it quite interesting. And another fact that someone told me thing is, if you miss someone really bad, I mean that hurts, you miss someone, maybe your girlfriend or boyfriend, so bad that it hurts you, there's a big chance that he or she will appear in your dream. And after a little research, I have found some really interesting facts about dreams on a site that I will put in the description. And let's talk about the first one, is that dreaming can help you learn. It is true. And sorry if I won't make you eye contact, because I have the whole thing written up on my screen, and sometimes I just take a look at it, so I won't forget anything that I want to talk about. The first one is, if you're studying for a test or trying to learn a new task in your life, you might consider taking a nap or heading to bed early rather than hovering over a textbook over and over again, because when the brain dreams, it helps you learn. and solve problems, say researchers at Harvard Medical School. In a study, researchers report that dreams are the brain's way of processing, integrating and understanding new information. You can have several dreams in one night. It's not just one dream per night, but rather dozens of them. We just may not remember them all. We dream every 90 minutes throughout the night, with each cycle of dreaming being longer than the previous. The first dream of the night is about 5 minutes long, and the last dream you have before awakening can be 45 minutes long. Yes. And it can be almost an hour, so that takes really long. Even bizarre dreams can be interpreted. While it can be hard to believe that an oddball dream about your mother, a circus, and a snowstorm can have any bearing on your real life, there may be some symbolism or potential meaning to be mined in every dream. The meaning of our dreams oftentimes relates to things we are needing to understand about ourselves, or maybe the world around us. Instead of shrugging off strange dreams, think about how they make you feel. Sometimes the circus and the snowstorm are just fillers that all of us to process the range of emotions we feel about our mother and give us the necessary distractions so we can actually experience the spectrum of immersion. And this is an actual example that I have taken from the site, so this is not my own example. You don't have to be asleep to dream. And this is really true, because I can just wonder sometimes, you sit in the train or somewhere and you are just dreaming. So I can relate to this one. It turns out that you can dream at your desk, at work, in the car or on the train, as I said before. Wakeful dreaming, this is the name of it, not to be confused with daydreaming, is a real and somewhat easy thing to do. It just involves stepping into your active imagination. The first step is that you have to think about a dream that you had before, and most preferably a good one, because it is easier to remember that one. Find a quiet and contemplative place and bring a dream that you remember back into your waking awareness and let it unfold. Let the dream re-energize, and this way you can dream when you are not asleep. And maybe a lot of you have recurring dreams. These recurring dreams may be your mind's way of telling you something. If you have a nightmare over and over again in your life, then you should look for the underlying messages in recurring dreams so that you can rid yourself of them. For example, a common recurring nightmare people have involves losing or cracking their teeth. For this dream, she recommends that people think about what your teeth and your mouth represent. This is another example taken from the site. I had dreams that just didn't want to stop. I have dreamt them like for months, and somehow they disappeared. I don't know if I have found the meaning behind it or something like that, but yeah, this is why I found it really interesting. And I left the most interesting ones, at least for me, last. The first one is lucid dreaming. I have read a lot of things about lucid dreaming and try to do it myself, but I feel it really scary, because if you do it badly, you can experience a state when you are you feel like you are asleep, and you are really asleep, but you can't move, and something or someone tries to catch you or kill you, and it's all anything bad, and you can't move, and somehow you wake up. And lucid dreaming is not a bad thing. It is amazing, because you can get rid of your recurring nightmares, for example. But I was really afraid of this thing. I think I need to collect more information about it before I try it out for myself. So if you have anything about lucid dreaming or anything that I have said before, please just write it in the comment section, and of course I will reply to them, and maybe we can make a discussion about it. So the lucid dreaming, what I have found about it now for this one, do you remember the film Inception? I think we all know that DiCaprio film when they were in a dream, so you know that. It may not just be a Hollywood fantasy. According to the results of a new survey of 3,000 people, dream control or lucid dreaming may be a real thing. Of course it is. Maybe it is not just a real thing, it is a real thing. In fact, 64.9% of participants reported being aware that they were dreaming within a dream. And 34% said they can sometimes control what happens in their dream. And that is a big number, by the way. So taking charge of the content of your dream isn't a skill everyone has, but it can be developed. Kelly Barkley, who I was taking these things from, said this: when you learn to be aware that you are dreaming, you can do anything that you want in your dreams, and you can train your mind to avoid nightmares in the first place. So yeah, lucid dreaming is in fact a really good thing if you can control your dreams, and if you can control lucid dreaming itself. And yes, try it out for yourself, but if you feel bad about it, don't try it if you are not 100% sure in yourself, okay? Because it can be bad. And the last one, this one is for adults only, so please do not watch it if you are under 18 or if you feel like you don't want to see only adults content here. I will put a circle of 18 here, or here, or right here, or here, or I don't know, somewhere on the screen. So I won't read it. I only read the title and I write somewhere here the thing itself, and you can read it yourself. So the title is that, so just like man, woman can have orgasms during dreams. Yes, read it for yourself. I'll wait for that. It's okay, take your time, I will be here. You know what, just pause the video, and if you find it interesting, give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see this kind of content on my channel, or maybe if you are interested in the video games that I play, because that is my passion. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya. The second reason is pretty simple. People don't really know about this phone, the single thing, and they just hate it because everyone hates it. And yeah, I thought the same before I tried it out for the first time. I thought that these phones suck because they don't have anything in it, but that's not true. These phones are amazing. If you feel like you have anything that you want to share with me or with the audience or some other people under this video, feel free to do that. And I have a lot of subjects that I want to talk about in the future, and I'm not 100% sure in the form of this video, but I think I want to keep it somehow this way, that we sit like in front of each other and we talk to each other. You know, I talk to my camera literally, but you know how it works. And we can discuss it in the comment section. And if you have some really interesting subjects that you want to talk about, or you want me to talk about, or maybe research some things about them, or just tell my own opinion about it, feel free to share it with me.